Duke is shooting free throws. They're up one. Tyrese Proctor misses. And the ref calls this an offensive foul. Now you watch. Here's the crazy thing about him, right? How are you 7'2", my guy? You the starting center. And you didn't get one rebound. Oh, y'all think I'm exaggerating? No. Buddy didn't get one rebound. How is that possible? Can somebody riddle that to me in the comment section? How are you 7'2" and gonna get one rebound? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Saturday night. Hope all of you enjoyed watching the games. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man. Hold on. Everybody do it with me. Clap it up. Clap it up to the, scroll down here, wait, that ain't the Final Four. That's the Elite Eight. The Dukies. The Houston Cougars, the Auburn Tigers, and the Florida Gators. Now I know what you're sitting there saying, Matt, why are we clapping up to the losers? My friend, these were four great teams, the four best teams in the nation this year going at it, and we got to witness two marvelous basketball games. I was worried in that Duke game. I thought Duke was going to blow them out of the water. Didn't happen. Don't get me wrong. I would enjoy these games regardless of the outcomes, but I think we can all agree on this. You want to see a tight, close, competitive game, whatever you want to call it. That's what we had. It's the first thing on my mind. How in the world, and we'll get to this in just a second, a little foreshadowing, was that a foul on Cooper Flagg? I'll tell you this much. It's not a foul. That is not over the back. You can't call that. I don't care. We'll get to that in just a second. What am I forgetting? There's something I want to start in this video by saying, oh yeah, this. So the game just got done wrapping up. No lie. It was like, well, it's been like 10 minutes since the game's ended. But it was like, I'd say 4, 5, maybe 6 minutes after the Duke-Houston game. Somebody tweets at me, yo, Matt, where's the vid? My brother in Christ, are you serious? Number one, it takes, I don't know, 25, 30, 35 minutes to record this video, however long it winds up being. Number two, you got to edit it. That's going to take another 30 minutes to an hour. I'm not going to try to, or I'm not try to, but I don't edit these super high quality. You get what I'm saying? I don't really edit these videos as much as the other ones because I try to get them up quick and we're really just talking about the games. Thirdly, it takes like an hour for it to render on the computer, laptop, whatever you render it on. And last but not least, it takes a while to upload to YouTube. If you ever uploaded a YouTube video, you know it's got to go through checks and whatnot. So what do you mean? I'm not even going to pull up the tweet. Matt, where's the vid? 10 minutes after the game. Are you serious? I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I get these bracket/reaction videos, whatever you want to call them, uploaded ASAP. Your boy Matt is putting in overtime in the MBG sweatshop. This should go up around 2 to 3 a.m., so a bunch of you are going to be watching this on Sunday morning. Oh yeah, while I'm thinking about it, let's see who everyone's picking for the championship. I wonder if they're already doing that. Yep, they are right here. This is on Kalshi. You can look at it for yourself. So right now, ooh, it's close. Florida is barely edging out Houston. On this website, Kalshi, there's also an app. You can see who everyone's picking. They also got women's college basketball. Looks like, oh, wow. Everyone's going with UConn in that one. But let's go back to this Florida and Houston game. As you can see right here, it is close, and it is changing by the second. Really close. Florida, 52%. Houston, 48%. I had a couple people tweet at me saying, yo, Matt, I know you think Florida's going to win, but I think Houston's going to win. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But here's my challenge to you, partner. If you think Houston's going to win, why don't you... It just went up as when I'm talking. But if you think Houston's going to win, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Check out Kalshi for more. I've been using them all March Madness just to see where everyone's putting their money. And if you use code MattBeGreat and you trade up to $100, you'll get $10. We'll take a look at this tomorrow in our preview video and see if it changes any. Be on the lookout for that, but let's head back to the bracket. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to take a look at my bracket. Obviously, we're going to talk about these games. Let me scroll up here. This is my second chance bracket. I saw a lot of comments on the recent video. Hey, look at this, 92.7%. Not bad, partner. I'll take that. Duke kind of hosed me in the end. I've been talking about this one for the past week. I cannot believe Arkansas blew that game. What was it? They had a 13-point lead with 4 minutes to go. Coach Calipari, what are you doing? I digress. And then you got Duke, same thing. What was it? Did they have a... Yeah. 64-55, 9-point lead with 2 minutes to go. I still can't fathom. I know it just happened. Really hasn't set in with me too much. I'm going to have to rewatch it some more. Duke blew that game. You want to talk about, okay, I'll put it to you like this. I'm happy this wasn't my team. If you're a Duke fan, well, I can't really say that because Duke fans are weird, right? So they go for Duke basketball, then they go for the New York Yankees, then they go for Alabama football, and then they go for the Golden State Warriors. That's your normal and stereotypical Duke fan. But if you're a real fan, I can imagine blowing a 9-point lead with 2 minutes to go in the Final Four. That's awful. That may be as bad as Auburn getting beat by Virginia years and years ago. Speaking of Auburn, I did call that one correct. I told you guys. I told you. Auburn's problem. We actually made a dedicated video to this game alone. Auburn's in trouble. I think that's what I titled it, or they have a problem, something like that. And the reason I said that is because Florida is big, tall, athletic, but most importantly, they have an individual that goes by the name of Walter Clayton Jr. When is this guy going to get some NBA love? There's no way he should fall to the second round. I don't care if he's 22 years old. I don't care if he's quote-unquote undersized. He's a Dollar General version of Steph Curry. And I'm not like trying to say that disrespectfully. That's a compliment. The guy can play. I know I don't own an NBA team, but if I did, I'd take this guy late first round. I ain't saying you got to take him in the lottery, but come on, man. Around like pick 23, 24, 25. Why not get you a Walton Clayton Jr.? I remember my AAU coach when I was, how old was I? When I was playing for his coach. I'm not going to say his name. I don't know if he wants me to put it out there on the internet. I think I was like 15 or 16, and one thing he told us, our team, there will always be room on the floor for a shooter. That is something that just stuck with me all throughout my basketball career, and I think about it to this day. And it's true. It's facts. There is always room for a shooter on the court, on any team. If you can shoot, you're going to go far in basketball. That's what I tell my young people. Maybe we got some young people watching this video, a little motivational, Matt, spitting some game on y'all. If you want to play more, whether you're in middle school, JV, varsity, wherever, maybe you're at the college level, just become a better shooter. I know that's much easier said than done, but seriously, look at Walter Clayton Jr. If he couldn't shoot, he wouldn't be as good as he is. We'll get to that in just a second, but this is my second chance bracket. A lot of you were not really, I guess you'd say, coming at me in the recent video, but y'all were like, Matt, we don't care about the second chance bracket, dude. Show us the original bracket. I just didn't think y'all cared about it anymore, so I quit showing it, but we'll pull it up. I think I have it. Yeah. Cool. I think this is updated. Not bad. It's kind of toast. We'll round that up to 72%, but not bad considering how we started. If you were here weeks ago when we started doing these recaps, I think after... Sorry, Matt Lockett. It's not really that funny. I don't know what I was laughing at. Seriously, Matt Lockett, sorry. I think after day one, my bracket was like 19 or 20%. Yeah, so you're probably looking at this going, well, Matt, that ain't great. But if you were here from the start, you would know this is much improved. And, yeah, I really don't know why y'all want me to show you the original bracket. I'm not going to go through all these games again. So if you're wanting that, well, this ain't the video for you. I'm not going to go over all of them. Let's see, actually, real quick, before we talk about Auburn and Florida game and whatnot, let's see what my original... Where's the Elite Eight? Why am I having trouble? That ain't the Elite Eight, is it? Hold on, guys. Here it is. Okay, so here's your Elite Eight. Yeah, Auburn, Michigan State. So I got Duke and Alabama correct. There's two. I got this. I got these perfect. So I had all four of these teams making it. Hey, clap it up. Nice little golf clap. Not a big clap, a golf clap. By the way, who's looking forward to the Masters? I don't care about golf at all, but there's something about the Masters. I love watching the Masters and falling asleep on the couch. Different conversation for a different day. I called this correctly, had all four of these teams making it. I did have MSU in my original bracket over Auburn. In my second chance one, I'll pull it up for y'all. My second chance one, I had Auburn beat Michigan State. I changed my mind. Turned out to be a good pick. In my original bracket, I did pick Duke to beat Alabama. In my second chance bracket, I did that as well. And let's go to here it is. Then as you can see right here, I had Florida beating St. John's. St. John's got eliminated by Arkansas. And I had Clemson, after beating Houston, beating Tennessee. And that's how I had them getting to my Final Four. All in all, not too much to say here. It was a decent year for Matt, nothing special. You can't be too upset with 70, like I said, rounding up 2%. Let's check out the leader of our group. We'll give him a quick shout out. By the way, shout out to all the members this year. We had 2,700 people in the group. Not bad. I'm already looking forward to next year. Our number one is Hurston. Shout out to Hurston. Bronny James is my GOAT. Don't know what that means. Stop glazing SEC. Jeb Baby Main Bracket. ESPN fan. Jakari Picks. Isaac Sega Bracket. Ian. Torito. Ethan. Shout out to all these people. If you want to see this entire list, check it out yourself. What's up? Man. Somebody ban this guy. I thought we were going to have a video where we didn't see a Matt B whatever joke, but there it is, as you can see. And yeah, I'm just going to quit scrolling before I find another one. Shout out to everybody on the leaderboard. Thank you again for participating in our group. Let's head to our second chance bracket. I normally save looking at the group for last, but we'll take a look at it real quick. I am in 222nd out of 1,500. Shout out to everybody for joining the second chance bracket group. Leading this one is Matt B. Gargling. Okay. Shout out to William, Nate's Picks. Can't read that one. Matt B. Dayton Smoking Hot. All right. Yeah, sure. Whatever, buddy. No upsets. Ant Wright's Picks. Matt B. Diddy Jr. So now there's a Matt B. Diddy Jr. There's already a Matt B. Diddy. Now we have a Jr. Go figure. How are half? I can't even read some of these. How are half of these names even allowed on ESPN? I have no idea. Matt destroyed my bracket, or Matt B destroyed my bracket. I probably did if you listen to some of my picks early on. Yeah, I'm going to quit reading these. These are weird. Shout out to all the normal people in our bracket group, to all the weirdos with those weird names. You need help, buddy. Let's start with Auburn and Florida. We'll pull up the box score. Hey, why not? I believe when I'm even looking, yeah, Clayton Jr., he had a 30 ball. Can I highlight this? Sort of. 34 burger. That man, Walter Clayton Jr., was on the heater, or he is still currently on the heater. 11 for 18 from the field. That was efficient, too. 18 shots, 34 points. That's pretty solid. 7 for 7 on free throws. I expect that out of him. He doesn't miss many. He's Steph Curry Jr. What can I say? What can I say? Florida shot 47% from the field. Auburn, 44%. 38% from the three-point line. Auburn, 28%. Dang. I didn't know they had that many turnovers. Kind of sloppy. 16 turnovers, 14. 39 rebounds to 30. Let me pull up the full box score here. Take a look at some of these numbers. Richard only had 7 points. Clayton Jr. with the big old 34 burger. That's most of them. Martin had 17 off the bench. You had Hout with 12. He had a big three-pointer. And that was about it. Before the Auburn Tigers, they're more spread out like usual. Janiah Broome, not a bad game, not a good game. 15 points. Under 50% from the field, over 2 on threes. Under 50% from the free throw line. You never like to see that. Carwell, actually a higher scoring game for him. He doesn't score a lot of points. 9 points. Chad Bacon Lasagna, he had 18. One of his better games in the NCAA tournament. Denver Jones, he laid a big fat whopping egg. 1 for 5 on threes. 10 points. Miles Kelly, same thing. 3 for 10. 2 for 7 on threes. When two of your starters, your better players and scorers, go 1 for 5 from the three-point line, 2 for 7, 3 for 9 from the field, 3 for 10 from the field, you can't expect to win many games. That's just the cold, harsh truth. I know Chad Bacon Lasagna, he picked it up, but I expected more out of Denver Jones and Miles Kelly. You need at least 15 out of these guys, or at least one of them. They only gave you 10 and 8. That's not going to get it done. Chaney Johnson, the transfer from UAH, out to 256. He had 6 points. Then you had Pettiford. Probably one of the worst games I've seen him play. He just couldn't get anything going. 1 for 6 from the field. 0 for 4 on tray balls. He did go 5 for 5 from free throw line, which is nice. Had some assists. Did some dirty work. I think he had he had 1 steal. 7 points. But he was a non-factor. It goes back to something I touched on when I made a separate preview just talking about this game. Florida is not like Alabama. They're not like these other teams out there. They're not like Tennessee. They're a different beast and animal for one reason only. Their size. You can't coach it. You can't coach against it. Their size is insane. And you combine that with Walter Clayton Jr. and the athletes they have, Richard, Martin. You got Hout coming off the bench. Hout is a starter on any other team out there. It's almost unfair. It's not unfair, but it almost is, if you get what I'm trying to say. This is not a stereotypical college basketball team. This is one of the best college basketball teams I've ever seen. I know people are going to say, well, Matt, they barely skimmed by Auburn. Well, Matt, they barely skimmed by Texas State. That's cool. But they still won. It's survive and advance. It's March Madness. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 point or 40 points. Auburn, that's why I was never high on this entire season. They don't have enough scores. Yeah, they're a really good defensive team, but they don't have scores. They have a couple. Let's pull it up, for example. Johni Broome. I was never in fear of him giving Florida a 30-burger. Were you? He's not the type of guy that can dominate and take over a game like a Clayton Jr. or a Cooper Flagg. And that's why I didn't think he was better than Clayton Jr. or Cooper Flagg this year. I've been saying it for months. If you've been watching the channel, I'm beating the desk because people were criticizing me so months ago. I said it after Florida went into Auburn's home arena and Donkey Kong, Bing Bong, Ping Pong smashed them, that Walton Clayton Jr. is one of the best players in the nation. People are giving me so much slack, flack, whatever you want to call it for that. All right, Matt, you're crazy. Well, look who's crazy now. I don't get the Johni Broome hype. He's a good basketball player, but that's about it. I don't even know if I'd label him as really good. He's not great, that's for sure. He's just good. He's not a game changer. He's not. You take Johni Broome off of this Auburn basketball team, they finished this year 32-6. They still probably go 30-8, 28-10. You take Clayton Jr. off of Florida, they ain't sniffing 30 wins. That's my humble opinion. He's just more of an impact player, can take over a game. Broome can't take over a game. When it's down to the final shot or the clutch, who do you give the ball to if you're Auburn? Well, you got multiple options. You can go Chad Bacon Lasagna, Jones, Kelly, or Pettiford. That's my point. You're having a conversation. When it's down to the wire with Florida, you don't even think, yeah, let me give the ball to Thomas Houck or Richard or Martin. No, it's going to Clayton Jr., period, the end. Same thing with Duke. It's going to Cooper Flagg. All right, and this is not like I hate Johni Broome. I have no problem with the guy. It's just reality. I didn't understand the hype with him or Auburn this year. They're a really good defensive team. They have some really good players, but they didn't stand out to me this year. I didn't think they were special. You know who I thought was special? Florida and the Dukies. That's really all I have to say about this game since I've said this like 3 or 4 times. I made a separate preview about this game, predicting everything that happened. And guess what? It happened. Okay. So I'm not shocked. And whenever I predict an outcome and I'm recapping it, I don't have a lot to say because I knew something like this was going to happen. Congrats to Florida for winning. I'm excited to see them in the the National Championship. Shout out to the SEC for getting a team there. Wishing them the best of luck. Let's head on back to am I missing anything? I don't think so. I touched on everything I wanted to. Let's head on back. X out of that. And we got the Dukies in Houston. I'm actually going to pull this up. Hold on. Or should I pull it up now? Let's go over the box score before we go on a major rant and tangent because I know it's coming. LJ Cryer, phenomenal. 26 points. 8 for 14 from the field. Efficient, to say the least. Cooper Flagg, 27 points. Not as efficient. 8 for 16, but he's one of the best players in the nation. It was okay. Houston, they stole this game. Field goal percentage similar. 3-point percentage, really good from both teams. Much cleaner game. Under 10 turnovers for both teams. That's really good. 42 rebounds, 31. Let's see. Who did all the scoring outside of Cryer? No, Sharp. Yeah, Sharp had 16. Not his best game, but good enough to get the job done. Uzan, not his best game either. 7 points, 3 for 10. Still got the job done. Roberts, 4 for 11. Nobody played great, but reminder, this was a defensive slugfest. And off the bench, they only got 6 points. The Dukies, you know who's scoring for the Dukies, same thing. They only got 4 points off the bench. From Brown, Flagg, 27 ball. Knippel, my bad. He had 16. I feel like he should have got more involved. Him only taking 9 shots is crazy. he's got to take more shots. He did have 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Shout out to him. Matty Watch, here's the crazy thing about him, right? How are you 7'2", my guy? You the starting center, and you didn't get 1 rebound. Oh, y'all think I'm exaggerating? No. But he didn't get 1 rebound. How is that possible? Can somebody riddle that to me in the comment section? How are you 7'2" and gonna get 1 rebound? I don't even get that. I know the ball bounces different ways sometimes, but that is insane, to say the least. I mean, as a center, you are around the goal more than anybody. Heck, even Tyrese Proctor got a board. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. My watch, 0 rebounds. Sorry, I had a harp on that. I saw that before this video. I thought it was crazy. Sion James, he had 5 boards, 7 points. He ain't nothing special. He's okay. And the bench didn't do much of anything. But you know why I'm here. You know what we're going to talk about. I'm going to pull it up. I'm actually going to pull up a video. Duke is not dominating, my apologies. They are in control of this game from start to finish. The first half, at halftime, they got a 6-point lead. Felt like it was more of like a 14-point lead. And I'm not going to lie, at halftime, I was like, yeah, this one's over. And I was hoping and praying that Houston would make a comeback. I really didn't care who won. I just wanted to see a good ball game. That's what I'm rooting for when I don't have a horse in the race. And all through the second half, it wasn't a good ball game. It wasn't, in the fact of like it wasn't too close. And with 2 minutes to go, same thing. Duke's just got the nice little 8, 10, 12-point lead. You look up, 2 minutes, and I think it was 9 or 10 seconds to go. Duke is up by 9 points. Up 9, 2 minutes to go. You got the best player in America. I'm still trying to figure out now. I'm looking up at the ceiling, if y'all can see me, how they blew this game. I'm trying to replay all of it. I know they missed some free throws. Oh, they missed a free throw. Jump ball, had a turnover out of bounds. It's one of those things where everything that could went wrong for Duke, it went wrong. And everything that could went right for Houston, it went right. If I was a Duke fan, I don't know how I'd be able to sleep the next couple of nights. 9-point lead with 2 minutes. It's not even the NBA. This is college basketball, guys. There's a 35-second shot clock. Essentially speaking, you could, let's say Houston scores. There's like $1:40 left. Well, you can milk 35 seconds if you're Duke. There's just no plausible way Houston should be able to come back if you can inbound the ball correctly, which Duke didn't. We'll get to that in a second. And you don't even need to get shots up. You can just dribble the shot clock out, which wouldn't happen because eventually they'd foul you. You don't even got to score. You should be able to win this game by just running the clock out. But that didn't happen. Duke, who is it? Man, I can't even. Who was inbounding the ball? Duke was up 3. They inbounded the ball. They tried throwing a lob pass to Cooper Flagg. Well, like 20 seconds ago, Houston steals it. They shoot a 3, miss, and they dunk it, cut it to 1. Was it Sion James? I think it was. Here's my question. You are winning. I think Duke had 2 timeouts. I know they had 1. I think they had 2. Why in the world are you even risking it? As the inbounder, you should know, especially late in the game, man. Come on, this is elementary stuff. You should not be throwing questionable passes under your own goal. I don't understand. How in the world do you get to this level and you're making mistakes like that? Drives me insane. And I saw some people talking about this, and I kind of live by this philosophy too. If I ever get into coaching, I would live by this. It's how all the coaches I played for, they coach. You want your best player inbounding the ball. But I get it. It is a double-edged sword because if you got your best player inbounding the ball, then that also means you can't throw your best player the ball. Kind of sucks. But for me, I want the best player inbounding the ball. I always inbounded the ball, and I had an internal clock. I remember, if I ever counted to 4 in my head, I'm calling timeout before it even gets to 5. I'm calling timeout, and I am not throwing a pass unless I'm for sure my team can get it. And you for sure Okay, so for example, you're either throwing it to your team or out of bounds. The worst thing you do is turn it over under your goal. I could harp on that. That's like a cardinal sin. Under your own basket, throwing a questionable lob pass. If you play basketball, you know how terrible that is. But let's pull up the final play. You know we got to pull it up. Or not the final play, but the one that I know Cooper Flagg missed that shot at the end, but that's not what lost the game for Duke. Duke is shooting free throws. They're up one. Tyrese Proctor misses. And the ref calls this an offensive foul. Shaking my head. That is not over the back. It's not. I don't know how you call this at any moment in the game. I'm going to go back to it. Especially in a Final Four game with 20 seconds to go, a 1-point ball game. You're blowing the whistle on this? Are you kidding me? This didn't lose the game for Duke, but at the same time, kind of did. You don't call this, Houston's down 1, and then Houston has to drop a play to beat you. What'd this do? It put Houston at the free throw line. They didn't even have to drop a play. They just went straight to the free throw line. It's a shame that a great game ended this way. And who knows? Let's say Cooper Flagg's not over the back. Houston gets the rebound. Or when I say over the back, quote unquote, Houston gets the rebound, push it down the floor, they hit the game winner. Houston still maybe wins this game. I just hate this got called. I'm not going to rant and rave on it a bunch. I could. Let's see what some of these people are saying. Of course, I know you're going to have idiots saying stuff like this. Don't blow a 15-point lead then. That's not the point, dude. The point is it shouldn't have been called. I don't care what led up into that. I don't care if Duke blew a 100-point lead. Shouldn't have been called. I'm not going to do it. Not going on a major rant. Long story short, I don't think it should have been called. Let me know your thoughts down below on it. As much as I'm talking about how Duke blew this game, let's also clap it up to Houston. It's kind of a weak clap. You get the point. Shout out to them for never giving up. Like I said, trailing the entire game. Looked like they had no hope. Down 9, 2 minutes to go. They never gave up. They kept fighting and fighting and fighting. I tell you what, out of every team in the country I would hate to play, it'd be Houston. I guarantee you, all they do at practice is run, rebound, and dive on the floor. No lie. I would dread playing those guys. Nothing is going to come easy against them. Nothing. And they're giving 120% effort every single play. And that's because if you don't, their head coach, he's going to take you out, and he don't care how many points you're scoring on offense. You got to play even harder on defense, and that's why they're in a national championship game, so kudos to them. I love watching teams get rewarded for hard work. In Houston, all they know is hard work. Is it pretty? No. Is it flashy? No, but guess what? It gets the job done. Shout out to Cougar Nation. Kelvin Sampson is one of the most underrated coaches in all of college basketball. He has done a wonderful job, not just with this year's team, but a bunch of the Houston teams we've seen. I think we covered everything we needed to touch on. Maybe missing some things, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts down below. But